Well, hello there.
Hello.
10 p.m.?
Huh?
What time is it? It feels like it's 10 p.m. now. Anyway.
It is 10.
Listen, welcome to the show, everybody. I'm going to have to all that out. Technical difficulties are a lot of fun. It kind of makes you want to do a seat dance, you know? Hey, 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 seat dance. Nikki P is in the building.
I like that pee.
Hey. Yes, indeed. Yes, yes, indeed.
Oh, I got the pee.
Oh, you have to pee? Go ahead.
No, the pee behind me.
Oh, we're going to call this, we're going to edit this and call it the shit show. No, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to call it that. We're going to call it Mixture of Variety. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. I go by the name of Patient Zero, and that is my beautiful co-host, Nikki P. Give it up one time. Give it up one time. In addition to all that fuckery, I blew a speaker during the Ja Rule and Fat Joe.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not your headphones. It's definitely. I'm gonna use the.
Well, you should have seen me. I had these on the other way. I had them. I'm like, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna actually use the effects very little today, just for that reason. But it's cool anyway, because what we're doing today, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually switching things up a little bit. We're just gonna get right to it. I mean, it's
my sweater.
It's 9:12 anyway, so we should get right to it. What does it say? I really can't even see it. Sinners? Nice. I like you. We are sinners, as I'm rocking the cross. we are the yin and yang in the podcast land, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you that. So yes, welcome to the show. I apologize. You know, I still don't know what's going on, actually.
What happened?
I hope we're live right now.
No, we've been live.
We've been live for a minute, right?
Yeah, well, I text you all the things.
Oh my god, I wasn't even thinking because I was so like focused on what was happening because the Wi-Fi went out for a second.
Really?
But it went live, but it went live by itself. So I'm like, okay, all right, something's happening. Like something's possessed or whatever. But I didn't realize that the whole time it was running that we were live until I looked because I'm trying to fix it. And then I look and see that we have 6 minutes live. But I'm gonna try to cut that out. I think there's a way to do it. I'll figure it out. I'll cut out the beginning so people aren't just like watching for that long or whatever. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna do things a little bit different. We're just gonna get right to it because it's already 9:15 anyway.
Alrighty.
Nikki P and I have been doing this for a couple times here. I think we're on part 3, like in the audio podcast, which we do have an audio podcast as well. You can Google us and check us out. We're everywhere.
4.
We've been doing these. Yeah, we've been doing these thought-provoking questions. And I feel like, we feel like they're so interesting and they're so intriguing and so, some of them are compelling and some of them are really fun that we're just like, what, am I hearing?
Sorry, I was going on the thought-provoking question page and my aunt sent a TikTok page that I was stuck on, or that was stuck on Go.
Hey, this is a real authentic podcast. Did I
Clear.
just flash you something? I think I got too comfortable in the seat. I might have flashed something. Hopefully not. We'll try to edit that too.
We're editing everything.
We're just gonna edit the whole show. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you next time. So, Nikki P, let's get into it. Let's just talk about some thought-provoking questions because it's fun.
Oh, we just want to go into it?
Well, I mean, basically, if you guys don't know, if you're on our page, we are on season 2, episode 7, and this is mixture of variety. This is a mixture of ideas, a variety of topics, which equals mixture of variety. More importantly, we put the odd in pod, Nikki P.
We do.
We put the odd in pod, and as you can see, we are yin and yang when it comes to this podcast shit. The sinner shirt got the crucifix, and we just
great background, not great background. Like we're on it.
Hey, we're on it.
I packed a kayak in my car 5 days ago. I just took it out today. So like, bear with us. Like, we're on it, but we're not.
Exactly. It's all good. I mean, sometimes it just gets like that. Sometimes it gets like that. I don't even want to talk because I know you had a crazy day. I don't even want to talk about my day.
You know who I talked to when I got home from work?
Who?
My dad. So that sums it all up. Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, I am off tomorrow. But I also have a filled day tomorrow, hence why I took off a weekend. I never take off a weekend day unless I have shit to do. Family, friends, partner, actual life. Like, I'm taking off tomorrow because I have a filled day of shit to do. And then the next time I'm off, I will be on a plane, shitting my pants, Xanaxed out, crying out the window, listening to Drunk on a Plane in my headphones about 25 times until I fall asleep.
Sounds about right. We will be expecting you to use the plane Wi-Fi and to do the podcast.
It'll be
actually, that would be fun, right?
We should. JetBlue, I think I have Wi-Fi. I think every flight I booked, I have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe that we'll talk about like 9/11 conspiracy or something crazy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just get everyone. What? Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's like a 5-second delay. It's like a 5-second delay right now. Like I hear myself talking 5 seconds.
Really?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is when we do the mindfulness bell. I don't know what to do. If I
refresh it.
Yeah, I'm scared to do that, but let's
just do it.
Do it. All right. See you guys tomorrow.
We're on the plane.
Come on, mama. Did it even restart?
No, I mean you sound clear on my end.
Okay. All right, I think we're good. It worked. Somehow it worked.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry about that. You were talking about some real shit too. I really wanted to hear that.
We'll go on a plane and talk about 9/11 conspiracy because that will really help the morale on the plane.
Right. Exactly. Not at all.
That's all I got.
Not at all.
It sounds so low.
I sound low?
Just sound. I think it's the speaker. It's fine. It's fine. Go.
Okay. Yo. Check 1 2. All right. So this obviously is not how it always goes, but sometimes maybe it's a full moon or something. It might be a full moon actually. When shit like this happens. But either way, Nikki P is going to be out of town. Did you say where you're going, or do you want to even say where?
I will be going to the Florida cesspool area, which I'm very excited about.
Nice.
And I then will be going from Tampa. Well, I'm flying from Newark, New Jersey to Tampa, Florida, driving from Tampa, Florida to Port St. Lucie. And then from Port St. Lucie, going back to Tampa International Airport to then go to Dallas for a layover and then to Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport to see my father, who already has our game plan mapped out.
I'm sure. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're partying on the first night.
Oh my God. And that'll be
So, you know, as a 32-year-old woman hearing that from her almost 70-year-old father, because we're getting a hotel. I'm like, oh God.
Yes, that'll be an Instagram, face message, FaceTime, all the above.
Should we do like a 10-minute YouTube podcast?
Yes. Hey, why not? This one's going to be shortened down to 10 minutes, so why not?
Oh, stop.
So anyway, yes, she won't be here next week. I did want to throw a big shout out to Justin Jungle. You can follow him at The Real Justin Jungle. He is an exotic animal keeper, enthusiast, and atheist. I was going to say atheist, my bad. Activist. And I don't think he's an atheist. He might be, but who knows? And he's going to join us next week. He's our special guest for the YouTube show. So look out for that. But obviously, we're going to miss Nikki P. So let's get this show started. How about that?
All right. I'm already on it. Mini holidays?
Nope. Let's not even do mini holidays.
Nope. All right. Let's dive right into it.
Let's dive right into it. Nikki P, we were on, what, 45?
45.
Right? I think we ended at a good number. Okay, so you want to read that as I get to it? I'm just scrolling to it.
So literally like what we're doing, it's like we have 365 questions, thought-provoking questions, and it really makes you like think deep and like really how you feel about something within yourself or within the world. So we started this on our audio podcast, which is at Mixture of Variety on YouTube or Mixture of Variety on all the platforms. Just Google it because yesterday was indeed National Google Day.
Hey, there you go.
So Wednesday, or no, that was Wednesday. Sorry, 2 days ago.
And that's when you can listen live, Castbox.
Yes.
That's a cool little, shindig platform that you can get for podcasts. You can listen to other podcasts, but you can listen to us live at 9 p.m. Eastern too. So it's cool. You get to interact and whatnot. All right, go ahead, Nikki P.
So we ended on, what do you want most? No, it doesn't clarify what do you want most out of life? What do you want most from the day? So this is a generalized question. What do you want most?
Wow, that is, some of the quote unquote simple ones, if they only have a couple words, are the most difficult or the ones you really have to think about. But obviously, that's the whole point of it, is thought provoking. And let me just say real quick, Nikki P, this is not how our podcast always goes. We have sometimes we'll play games. Sometimes we do thought-provoking questions.
We just dove right in.
Yeah, but if you look at, we have an entire season 1 and we have 6 episodes already on season 2. We will talk about, like specific things. Like we're more focused on the content and we're more focused on the quality and not the quantity. All right. So with that being said, what do you want most? Man. I mean, yeah, we can look at it at all different aspects of life.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
One thing that's been like going through my mind though, with life or anything, it's kind of like I had my coworker like really complicate something. And in my head, I'm like, yo, why are we looking at a simple problem that could do with a simple solution? Feel me?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And she's explaining how I should talk to someone, blah, 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 blah. Like, this is all I heard. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then it dawned on me. I'm like, why are we thinking of a complicated, we're adding so many layers when it's a simple solution with really everything, if you really break it down.
Yeah, totally.
Anywho, what do I want most is to be simply simple.
Simpleton.
A simpleton. No, I mean, really, like,
That did
what
come
do
up
I
the other
want
day.
most? To
Yeah,
live simply in the moment and have
yeah,
a simple solution to any problem, which is really what it is.
yeah.
So,
I like that.
simplicity.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, what I want most is sanity, stability, my health, and family's health. Meaning,
Peace.
I don't want anybody to get the virus if they didn't get it, or if they, have to get the shot they didn't want to, etc., etc. Inner peace, yeah, so important. And then with all that comes the ego part of me, which is I want us to reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube with this
By
podcast
tomorrow.
by tomorrow. Just saying. All right, Nikki P, number 46. Are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right things?
No, both.
You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
Um, doing things right.
Doing things right. Okay.
And
I would,
why?
yeah, go ahead.
I would say, although the right things could be like law abiding, I feel like doing things right are more like they more have to do with like integrity and like how would I want this situation handled if it was me,
Hmm. Okay.
you
I mean,
know?
that's definitely a good explanation. I feel like I actually disagree with you. I would take the doing the right thing because if I'm being worried about doing things right, I feel like the more that I fail in life or the mistakes that I make, it's room for learning and growing. You know what I'm saying? So that's okay with me. Um, not doing things right, but doing the right thing is, I feel like, what it's all about. I feel like that's like my whole, I want to treat people how I want to be treated. I want to do the right thing as far as like, if I'm walking somewhere and holding a door for somebody or helping an old lady go into a place.
But
If
for
you just
me that's doing things right.
Okay, so I guess it's just like worded crazy, and it's really just how you look at
But
it.
like this is how I take it. So, for example, my job. Company policy is no returns, no exchanges, final sale, blah blah blah. So, I recently got into a situation where a woman got a shoe and 2 months later like the hardware broke. So, for me doing things right for her and as integrity and human decency would be like, oh my God, I'll give you your money back,
Okay.
which is something we don't do.
Hmm.
But then that's where I'm like, or doing the right things. It's like, oh, well, I can offer you this or that, but I can't give you your money back.
Hmm.
And for me, I'm like, yeah, that's following the rules, but like doing the things right would be doing you right, which is like, hey, give me this back. You had a defect. Here's your fucking money back. Call it a day.
Yeah, I definitely see
So
where you're
that's
coming
like
from.
where I see it differently in a sense. Or it's
Yeah.
like, okay, your husband was going to kill you. You shot at him. You did the right thing. You did the
Yeah.
thing right.
Hmm.
You didn't do the right thing, but you did the thing right.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's where I can learn and grow if I'm, not doing the right thing, and I learn from that. But I am worried about doing things right. I feel like it's a lot of self discipline and self control if I say I really want to use drugs and alcohol today. I really do. I've had a bad day and I want to use, drugs or alcohol. Am I doing the right thing? Or am I doing things right? I guess it hits on both of them. It
Yeah.
really is. It really some of these are really like the words are just
Hence
like
why
things.
they're thought provoking questions.
Exactly. But I also don't want to get stuck on one for the whole show. So what's number 47?
47. What has life taught you recently? Life's
Recently.
a bitch.
Yeah.
And then you die.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's been my life motto for the past 5 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was my
But it
motto at
is.
15 years old, for sure. I think recently, Nikki P, though, like more recently, I feel like I mean, I feel like connection to a higher power is so important because then it just takes away a lot of anxiety in life where it's just like, well, I'll be okay no matter what, or well,
Yeah.
this was meant to happen, or for whatever reason, like a lot of people don't like that saying, but with people with like severe anxiety and panic, it actually does help when it's just like, oh, hey, no, that happened for a reason. We're all going through this together, and blah blah blah. And
Yeah.
maybe that is one. Maybe that
Definitely
is
like
one.
a
Like,
unity thing.
yes, definitely a unity thing.
Definitely a unity thing. And also, like, for me, it's like live in the moment, live in the moment.
Yes.
I recently had a coworker who I call a friend. I like her a lot. But like she said something 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago now. It was kind of like I don't know if you guys want to stay in retail for the rest of your life, but I don't. But
Yeah.
I've had that thought process before when I was younger,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
as this person is. And I remember putting so much pressure on myself. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you knew me. I was going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Patient zero, what's my purpose? What's my meaning in life? I think when you put less pressure on like, okay, what is my meaning in life? What am I meant to do? You're fine.
Yes.
Her saying that comment really like sparked a thing in me and I was just like, girl, you feel that way now and it was very eye-opening. It was kind of like, whoa, I remember when I felt that way, but I was putting so much pressure on myself. I need to be here, I need to be here, I need to be here at this age, at this time. We all know I'm a planner.
Yeah.
That's
But
to the extreme.
exactly. But can I just say, if you're doing that for yourself, that's one thing, and how you feel internally, that's one thing. For you to voice your opinion out loud to your employees when you're like young and dumb and ignorant and saying stupid shit, like you never know where your life can head,
When your
bitch.
partner is a sociopath.
But I mean, like, nobody knows where their life is going to end up. You might have goals of going to. I had in high school, even though I barely got out of high school. I had all intentions of going to college and graduating. I went one semester and started working, and it was, and then from 19, 20 years old until now, the 20 years, it's like nobody can know nobody can judge and nobody can say shit like that because I know exactly what you're talking about. Because when I worked at a bakery, I had my boss that was like 10 years younger than me, and
Mhm.
that kind of puts things in perspective. Like, do you beat yourself up about it, or you just say, well, I'm just happy to have a job right now.
I mean, you've been with me by my side. I used to put all that pressure on myself. What's my life meaning? I'm depressed. Just go with
Yeah.
it. Stay in the moment.
Yeah.
You're making money, you're killing it, you're doing what you have to do. You're you're an inspiration to the world right now. You're adding to the solution and not the problem. As long as
Yeah.
you're working, you're in the solution. It doesn't
Right.
fucking matter if you're dressed as a salami, as you
Right.
will,
Yeah.
or in a high executive position. Does it really matter?
Right. 100%.
I'm still making 30 bucks an hour dressed as a salami.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. And then you look back at what it took to, for you to get there and the growth. I mean, I'm hoping. I already know
I
the
mean, I
answer
started
is yes.
at 7.15 an hour.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even just talking about like that. I'm talking about just, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Like, I've seen you grow so much in the last decade, and I know you've seen it too, but, it's a beautiful thing.
And vice versa.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Big shouts to the people that are watching now. I just want to say, I wish you could play along, but the chat is like completely disabled. However, if you are just joining us, just know that we are, obviously in the middle of the podcast, but we're doing thought-provoking questions today, and it's a beautiful thing because these are really thought-provoking. And if you hear these, I want you to answer them at home as well. So, Nikki P, 48 is me.
Yes.
48, what is the one thing you would most like to change about the world? I don't know.
Hate,
Okay,
without
that's a
a
massive
doubt.
one. That's a massive one. Change about the world. Hate. Boom. We agree on one, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. We don't have to go any further. What's 49? We only have 300 left.
Oh,
This
are
is
you
cool.
sure?
We'll save it. We're gonna archive this for sure. These are great. What's 49, Nikki?
Where do you find inspiration?
Mm,
Personally, for me, it's through, I mean, again, I don't want to say living in the moment, but it is. It's through living, it's nature, it's going on a hike, it's going on a car ride, listening to music that like really
oh
hypes you
yeah,
up in whatever form, whether it's a sad song or happy song or whatever. It's talking to
yeah.
an old friend,
Hmm. Yeah, music is a big one. Definitely a
really the
big one.
simple things.
Yeah, you can find inspiration, through lyrics of any kind. If it's poetry or reading or even listening to a podcast. Um, Hopefully you guys find some inspiration as well. But that's definitely a good one. But my main inspiration is just talking to close friends that really know me and really give me advice that I need to hear, and I don't sugarcoat shit. That's annoying as hell. And yeah, there's inspiration to be found everywhere. You just got to look for it. You really just got to look for it. Number 50, Nikki P. Can you
Can you?
describe?
Oh,
My bad. Can you describe your life in a 6-word sentence?
yeah, I sure can.
6 words,
Can
Nikki P.
you?
I mean, I don't know if it's gonna form a
Not
sentence.
you, the world.
Oh, the world out there. Can you? Go ahead. You go first if you know.
Are
You
we
think about it.
counting I am?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it doesn't say just 6 words to explain yourself or just describe your life. It just says a sentence. So yeah, you can like the it.
I'm adventurous, down for the cause.
Wait, down for the cause. That's six.
No, no,
That's
no, no,
six.
no.
Down for the cause
I'm
is not one word.
adventurous,
I'm adventurous.
rightfulness,
Okay.
fun, fashionable,
Yep. Mostly
food.
food. There you go. Just add the last comma at the end. Yeah, that's good for especially just thinking on the spot. Um, I am. Well, that's two already, right? I am. All right.
No, I'm
I'm unique, talented, compassion, sexy as hell. Oh, that's 7. Sexy
AF.
AF. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, that's a hard one, especially when you're adding, like counting vowels
Because,
and stuff
like,
like that.
I would write a whole book.
Yeah, like if we had time to think, it'd be totally different.
Do we
I
have a
would I
book
would
near
still
me?
say I would still
I
say
don't.
most of them like unique and compassion and motivated. I don't know stuff. Goal oriented. That's 2. What am I in an interview now? I'm goal
What
oriented.
are your 5 long-term goals?
I'm extremely punctual.
To be alive?
Right. What's number 51, Nikki P?
51. If we learn from our mistakes,
If okay.
why are we so afraid to make a mistake?
Hmm.
Because when we learned from our mistakes, it caused us high anxiety, high stress, and severe depression.
Oh my
Hence
god.
why the older we grow,
Right.
the more fucked up we get and the more we don't care.
Yeah. Oh
Because
yeah.
we're
No.
like,
Totally.
shit
Exactly.
might go south. Eh,
Right.
I can
That's a beautiful
accept it
thing.
now.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, and it just keeps getting like like better and better as you get older in that sense. Because once you turn a whole decade, like once you hit 40, like myself, it's like now I really don't give a fuck. And then you hear people that are in the 50s that are just like, I don't give a fuck about anything. And then people in their 60s will just walk around naked and just be like, I don't give two shits about anybody. Like, what are they gonna do? Judge me? Talk about me? I'm 60 years
Yeah.
old, But
Sorry,
yeah, I
I have
have
to
to.
take the foam off here.
Oh, all right, you're good. It's good now.
Oh, much better.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, just tell me if I'm too loud or something like that. I don't want to.
No, I couldn't like hard in my old age.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, no. This is the one I got to just say this real quick because why you always afraid to make a mistake. Nikki P, can you imagine if I relapsed? I like how many times do I have to learn that mistake though? You know what I mean? Like a decade. Where a decade where it's like, oh, slapping your hand, maybe you should go to a 28-day rehab, or half my
But the
family doesn't talk to
thing
me and I
with
lose everything.
but the thing with your and I'm not trying to be like, oh, your relapses. My only thing is like, eh, if you had a relapse, like if you were an alcoholic and you had a relapse on alcohol, where that's something you can legit go into a gas station or a bodega and get it, I'd be like, I get it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But if your relapse is literally having to seek out something on the streets that is hard to get, or you have to go to
yeah.
some like shady place, then that's where I'm like, oh my God, then it's a big deal.
Ordered from the dark web like I did, and it came
Or
direct.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, shit like that. I mean, but that is extreme, and it's like, and it's the same exact thing. It's like, how many times are you gonna learn that fucking lesson? If I went if I
It's
went
not
through
like
all that,
you're living your day to day life and it's like you go to a gas station every other day, you buy cigarettes, you buy a Slim Jim, what have you. And it's like, oh my God, there's a beer, there's a White Claw. Like, okay, that I would be
everywhere.
like, okay, I get.
Hmm.
But dark web,
Yeah, and then follow through. It's not like I waited. It's not like I waited a week, changed my mind, and threw out the stuff that I got from the package. No, no, no. After that whole week, I was anticipating it and still used it and went crazy for a week. And then, the rest is history. But I'm just saying, like, that's pretty intense. But yeah, I feel you because real hardcore alcoholics, it's really hard. It's definitely really hard for them just to go anywhere.
yeah,
Just go anywhere. There's beer and liquor everywhere.
when it's such like an escalated, it's a society. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It's a genre. It's a lifestyle for some people.
Yeah. I actually saw some statistic that said over the last 18 months because of COVID, like beer and alcohol sales increased by like 400 and something percent.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. That's real shit. I didn't just make that up.
No, I believe you. I mean, my coworkers and I were like, yo, at times our place of work definitely increases our alcoholism and marijuana use. And it does.
Yeah.
People love to say, oh, retail, retail. Well, retail is very mentally debilitating. And it is emotionally debilitating, or yeah, mentally, emotionally debilitating, but
Mhm.
also physically debilitating when you're on your feet,
Oh, yeah. 100%.
uncomfortable shoes. My shoes aren't that uncomfortable, but like you're on concrete flooring, you're running around. I mean, even today, I'll give you the exact number. Today, for an 8-hour shift, I did over 16,000 steps.
Wow.
And that's not even a norm. The norm is 18 to 20,000.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That can add all up into it. You know what I mean? It can
Like,
just be mixed
I
up
don't
with
mean to
everything.
sound like an old lady, but like my sciatica right here has been killing me all day. Like, I want to
Yeah.
cry. It hurts so bad.
Yeah. I'm just laughing that you said sciatica, but
No, I sound like an old woman. I sound like
no,
an
I mean,
80-year-old woman.
I get it though. I get it. It's not like you're. Yeah, I get it. You're on your feet always, and you have the proof. Um, you have the proof for it. What's number 52, Nikki P?
52. What
52.
impact do you want to leave on the world? Hmm.
Interesting. Interesting. I mean,
Impact I want to leave on the world.
I know I want to change the world for the better. I know that's one of my main things as far as like going through this whole, how I always say we're spiritual beings living a human experience.
Yeah.
That whole human experience, that's what I want to do. I want to change the world for the good. But what impact? What, like, exactly, specifically, what impact? Shit, I don't know.
I mean, I think my impact would want to be like, I mean, it's so simple that it's complicated. Like, my impact would want to be like, okay, let's be loving, uh, be able to listen to both sides of a story,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, like diplomatic. My one friend always says I do the diplomatic approach
Nice.
because you could bitch at me and then, Barry, your bestie, my friend, could also bitch at me and it'd be like, eh. I'm like, well, can't you see each other's point of view and can we move on?
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's again, it comes back to simplicity. Keep it simple,
Yeah.
stupid,
Yeah.
silly.
Absolutely. I mean, there's friendships that have broken apart completely because of that. It's like if you are going to have an argument, that's one thing. If you're going to fight with your friend, that's one thing. But if you're completely coming from two perspectives and you can't come together and you can't understand where each other is coming from, there's been friendships that end like that, and it's really unfortunate.
Or
But
it's like, do we agree to disagree and move the fuck on?
right, that's it. That's the
It's
simpleton.
that simple.
Right, that's the simpleton shit. Like that. Like, what are we gonna waste? How much energy are we gonna waste? Like 2 weeks of being mad, me and Nikki P being mad at each other for 2 weeks, when we could just say, all
Which
right,
has never happened.
let's just disagree. Whatever. Like, even if it was the shot, there's somebody very close to me that we just had a conversation the other day, but it was a conversation about the shot. She severely disagrees and hates my decision, but I severely and hate her point of view. So it's like there's people that lose friendships like that because they just
And
butt
then
heads.
there's me who said, oh my God, patient zero, I got half vaxxed.
What was my reaction? And knowing that I'm a psycho when it comes to the shot, what was my
Did you?
reaction?
Why?
Hmm.
And I said, look, I feel X, Y, and Z,
Yeah, I think I
and
was
I
like,
want
all
to
right, well,
travel.
exactly. And I knew that. I knew that before you even got it. But I think it was, yeah, I think it was more like just at a caring and like a caring type thing more than like, oh, well, fuck
His
you.
argument he's mentioning has nothing to do with me, by the way.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, anyway, you guys get the point. But as far as the impact overall, did we digress a little bit? That's okay. As far as the impact overall, yeah, just it sounds so corny and it sounds so cliche and shit, but spreading love and kindness. People take that for granted these days. People don't even know what that is these days. You know what I'm saying? That's my impact.
Unfortunately, I do.
Nikki P, 53. What is the most defining moment of your life thus
Hmm.
far? The most defining. Oh, this is a good one. Most defining. Wow.
Saying no.
Oh wow. Just saying no. Say no, motherfuckers.
No means no.
No means no.
And not in that sense, but like, no, setting boundaries,
Yeah.
sticking to my
That's number one.
guns when someone is insisting that they're right and you're wrong.
Yeah. Those are
So when I
great.
say no, I just mean like sticking to your boundaries and like at the end of the day, it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You're going to kill me for my opinion? So be it.
Do you have one? This is all excellent that you're saying, but do you have one defining moment? I'm sorry.
One
Defining,
defining moment. I mean,
like one
there's
specific
there've
thing.
been plenty. There have been plenty. I can't think of one.
Okay, so yeah, it's one of those ones.
But they all like surround saying no, sticking
Yes,
to my boundaries.
gotcha, 100%. It's all related, and as soon as the show's over, she's gonna remember.
Call
Like
you.
the main one. Yeah, exactly. Two that crossed my mind real fast. One, coming out of the closet. Obviously, you could just imagine. That is basically that defined the rest of my life. But the second one had to be performing live at the Hard Rock Casino in Tampa with Chopper from Making the Band, his crew, my crew.
Yes.
Yo, it was it was a defining moment. That's what it was. It was a defining moment. Anytime I get like down on myself, luckily those clips are still on YouTube and I get to watch it. I'm just like, yeah, that was me. Okay, did I just pass one?
No, 54.
Oh, 54. What's that, Nikki P?
In the haste of your daily life, what are you not seeing?
Hmm.
Um, for me, like again, tomorrow I'm off. It's a Saturday and I have a filled day. So what
Yeah.
am I not seeing is my time to pause,
Mm. Mm.
which sometimes you can't. I mean, you can. You can always take time to pause.
Yeah.
I've called
That
out of
is
work to pause for a day.
right. Right.
And not to be a jerk or like hypocritical, but like I've paused because I was like hungover, and that's my only time where I'm like, I really need to pause.
Yeah. Well,
It
sometimes as
takes
much.
that for me to pause,
Right.
which
Right.
has been very few and far between. But like that's what it takes for me to be like, hey, I'm laying in my bed all day and watching TV because I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself and I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be involved. Me personally, I want to be involved. You know, I got a birthday party. I got my cousin's wedding who I'm close to. I have this, I have that. I'm kind of like, hey, for my birthday, maybe I will go alone to a foreign country.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Why not?
Hell yeah. Well, we definitely need. All of us need breaks, mentally, emotionally. Physical. Um. But yeah, sometimes you. I feel like Nikki P. I feel like you're one of those people that you are not aware of it, like you said, like you just mentioned, and during the haste of your daily life. But when it comes, it's like the universe will push you on your ass and be like, no, no, you have to. Like if you're not realizing this, you're not conscious of this, it's time. And then it'll be like, boom, that's your
Oh,
that's
yeah.
your that's your day to have a break. Nikki P, I'm very aware, and I feel like I am hyper vigilant, if you will, um, to a point of almost paranoia, if not paranoia. That's my life all the time, and that's why I love the fact that I can stay in the moment, but at the same time it's it's difficult for me because I am hyper vigilant and I notice everything.
Yeah.
But what I'm not seeing, I don't know. It's hard for me to think what I'm not seeing. I mean, what I'm not seeing that I like actually care about. What I'm not seeing. Um,
Your thoughts when you're alone.
well, I'm seeing them, Nikki B.
Mhm.
I'm seeing them and hearing them and fighting with them always. No, maybe I would just say like in a physical form. I don't see anything that happens on like Twitter or Facebook. I mean, I've been off of that for a while, and there's a lot of information and a lot of, you
I'm
know,
not missing it.
yeah, no, not at all, not at all, not at all. 55. If life is so short, why do we do so many things we don't like, and like so many things we don't do.
Hmm.
It's another good one.
I mean, here's my thing.
What's your thing, Nikki
I
P?
do many things that people would say don't like. You know, I enjoy going to gatherings. I enjoy going to family functions. Like, I enjoy those things.
For
And
sure.
then, like so many things we don't do, I mean, I do a lot of them. That's why I have no fucking time because I try to
Right.
fit everything in.
Yeah, and you were just saying like traveling and doing, like that. That's all part of that.
So, for me, this question, yeah, life is so short. So, I fit in everything I don't like doing, I don't really do.
Mm,
It's hard, right? That's like a double-edged sword. I enjoy doing all the things I do. That's why I have no time.
yeah.
I would enjoy adding in a decompress day, which I do add in maybe like once every 3 weeks, like a
Yeah.
true day where I truly do nothing.
Yeah. For
But
sure.
again, it's very few and far in between. But like, I don't know. I enjoy going to gatherings. Like, I enjoy doing nature. I'm never like, what would you say you don't do? Like, what would you say you do that you don't enjoy doing? Because I feel like you and I only do the things we enjoy doing.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking stupid shit like, uh, you know, cleaning my apartment or something like that. Like nobody likes cleaning. Like too. Like if you have a day off and you're like, oh fuck, I gotta clean, and your
But I
place is
like that.
okay. So even that, you like it. You're actually doing it and you enjoy it and you're staying in the moment. I can honestly say that I don't like that, but that's like such a stupid thing because like in my situation now, I try to do everything that I like. Maybe I don't have the funds sometimes to do stuff that I really want to do, but I should just get used to my bubble anyway because I'm not getting the shot. But that's another podcast. But but as far as like doing things that I definitely, well, I don't know. I feel like you should live every day like it's a holiday. Like we say, have many holidays
Which
all the
we
time.
do.
But I feel like people that have that went through like cancer or something like that, I think they look at the world differently where every single day like you can literally die tomorrow. And even though I say that, even though like I could talk to Nikki Pia and say like we got to do what we can today because we could be dead tomorrow, there's more people that are actually going out there and living it. But at the same time, if I'm driving my car, doing 90 with no seatbelt, I get such a thrill off of that. Like I get such a thrill off that it's almost like bungee jumping or a roller coaster or something like that. But yeah. Anyway, that's that. Oh, that's the thing I was gonna say too, real quick, was that
Mhm.
even my job situation, Nikki P, as you know, I'm I'm in an awkward situation. I don't have to break down exactly the situation that I'm in, but I'm literally only getting a job that I want to do. That's it. I'm getting a job that I want to do.
As you should.
Yes.
And don't put pressure on yourself.
No, not at all. I'm actually starting an internship too in a couple weeks, so be prepared for that.
Oh, is
Yeah, I
that what
didn't
you
even
have
tell
to
you that.
tell me that you can't tell me?
Well, I'll find out more information about it next week. But yeah, it's a paid
You
internship.
said you had something to tell me on Wednesday that you couldn't tell me.
That's not it. That wasn't it.
Okay.
I actually already said what I was going to tell you. Um, since we're at the end of the show, anyway, next week our special guest. That I just had to confirm it. Um, Jungle. Wait, Justin
Jungle.
Jungle. Yeah,
Yes.
Justin Jungle. The real Justin Jungle will be here, and he's going to be talking. Listen, it's a variety show. We can have on anybody. If you guys want to, be on the show, you can contact us at mixtureofvariety at Gmail. This was a random guy that, through one of the tags, because tags and hashtags are so important on Instagram and stuff like that, who contacted me, and I was just like, hell yeah, like let's do it.
Fuck it.
Especially knowing next week that you weren't gonna be there. So I was like, hey, why
Mm,
not?
I'll be dying on a plane, everyone. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully we won't have any technical difficulties because that was some bullshit today. I'm gonna check literally. I'm gonna ask Alexa when I get out of here. Alexa, is it a full moon? I feel like it's gotta be close. I'm telling you right now.
Wait, can she hear me from here? Alexa, is it a full moon?
Yeah, definitely not through the headphones, no. And my door shut. And it's in the other room.
Yeah, so is mine. But that bitch can hear me though.
Yeah, exactly. I know she hears too much. She's always listening. Nikki P, let's do one more and wrap it up.
Alrighty. What lifts your spirits when life gets you down? You know what lifts my spirits? Dogs.
Oh yes.
All animals.
Absolutely. All animals.
Except the scary ones.
Yes.
Music.
Yep.
The podcast.
Yes.
And my
Yes,
friends.
bitch.
And my fam.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And talking to friends because you.
All right, families last because sometimes they're very stressful, but they're still there.
Yeah, of course they're still there, and they will lift your spirits if need be, and you need to talk to the right person. But I mean, straight off the top, like lift your spirits. I'm going to friends, and as you know, I only have a handful of close friends. You know, a handful of close friends on purpose over the years. My circle got smaller and smaller and smaller, but that's because I can't trust a lot of people, and for whatever other reason. But it doesn't matter. But they definitely help lift my spirits, and I agree with you. Music, doing the podcast. If you follow us on Castbox, or if you whatever, if you just see a pop up notification that says make sure Variety went live, and it's like 2:30 in the afternoon,
click
on a weekday. That's me just trying to lift my spirits. Really, I did it today. I was on Bigo for an hour. Shout out to Bigo at in the mix, INDAMIX.
I'm screenshotting our last question.
Oh, good. Oh, okay, yeah. For next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
trying to be on the money, people.
Exactly. Nikki P is gonna be out of town anyway, but then we'll give it maybe like first week of October or something like that. We'll do a part 6, part 7, whatever. And then the Halloween shows are gonna come. Woohoo! The Halloween shows are coming. Yeah, so
I'd say we go to that place that I told you about.
Oh, it's happening. Yeah, it's definitely happening.
I know where it is. No one wants to go with me except you, so we're going.
That's 100%. You guys
I'm driving.
You heard it here first. That has to happen. That is
Patient Zero's filming, and we're on.
Yeah, we're doing it. That's happening. You basically just name the date, and we're good. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check us out every Friday night. We are here on the live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching in the live stream.
Love you.
Thank you guys for watching. The uploaded show. It's going to be on our page, obviously. Make sure Variety Podcast. You can see episode 7, and you can just view it there. If you didn't catch it live, it's all good. And we're here every Friday night. Make sure to do what, Nikki P?
Subscribe.
Yep.
Like.
Yep.
Comment. And share.
Indeed. And share. Yes. Spread the word like the Delta variant.
Woo!
Yes, indeed. Nikki P, I love your face. Thank you guys for
love
watching.
You. I'll call you in 5.
Yes, indeed. Have a good night, guys. Have a good weekend. Thanks. Deuces.